Well, hello, my friends. I have something very cool to show you. It's a new game called Nevermind the Distraction, and it is a 100% solo game, you versus an AI. But what I love about this game and what drew it to my attention was when I play solo games, especially against an AI, the games that I enjoy are ones where the theme and the mechanics really work well together. Like, you have to engage me with the theme when I'm playing solo. Otherwise, it's like draw a card, discard a card, score a point, and it gets really, I think, old and repetitive. The other thing I love in any game is the visual and tactile nature of the game. And this one, Nevermind the Distraction, sort of hits all those points for me. So I thought I would show it to you. You may remember this. This was entered a couple years ago into the Board Game Geek solo design series, and the designer got a lot of great feedback, sort of kept plugging away on working on it, and is launching it now as a Kickstarter. Of course, links below. And he has done an amazing series of how to set up the game and how to play the game. It ramps up in difficulty. I think there's like 4 different levels or so. And I'm just going to show you the basics and why I love the theme and the mechanics in this game, just to kind of show you how it works, so that if you're interested and want to check it out, I would highly recommend it. And the first thing I love about this theme is relatability, because I lie awake at night trying to fall asleep, tossing and turning, thinking about stuff. Thinking about what I have to do, what I did, what I regret, conversations I had that I wish I had said something different. You know, just you have 1,000 little thoughts sort of pinging around your head at night, and I can't fall asleep until I focus on them and address them and sort of release them, right? It's kind of like that moment when your subconscious takes over right before you fall asleep. This game, it's set up with meditation, which is not something I particularly do, but I think, you know, the analogy of trying to fall asleep sort of covers this theme as well. You're trying to settle your mind and release all of these distracting thoughts so that you can achieve peace, okay? And you're fighting against yourself. Yes, the ultimate opponent. And, you know, in a solo AI game, to fight against yourself is kind of cool, right? So in this game, you have a bunch of these little card packs with different images, and you can do abstract or you can do realistic. I think I have, if I remember right, I have the abstract series, all right, which is the one I picked. It comes on this lovely little mat that sort of looks like a Zen sand garden, and it's really like, it's petable, is that a word? It's like velvety. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. And it looks like little sand piles, right? So you get this, oh, I just love the way it looks and feels. And these little cards are full of just absolutely random, beautiful, and evocative images. And these are the thoughts that are popping up in your mind that you're trying to quell and quiet and relax and dissipate. I love this. So when these cards are face up, these thoughts are active, and they're calling your attention, and they're disrupting your ability to relax and let go. And how do we let go? This is where the theme is so cool. You have to take an action to breathe in, take an action to breathe out, and release your thought. And when you release the thought, oh, it's so satisfying. You turn it over and you dismiss it from your conscience. And at the end of the game, what you're hoping for is you're hoping that you have managed not only to quiet all these thoughts, to turn them over, you also want to have taken a moment to breathe in and release every single one of these. So what he calls a Zen win is gonna look something like this. All of our little focus tokens are on the board, and more importantly, all of our thoughts have been quieted. If, let's say, you end the game something like this, this one pesky thought you couldn't dismiss and you just kept focusing on it, then we're gonna score some points and see how we did. But the Zen Master win is to get all of these thoughts quieted We're going to spend our time focusing on them and dismiss them and relax into our meditative state. Love it, love it, love it. There is a timer involved, which is all the cards we're not using. So every time you set up, you pull, what is this, 3, 6, 8 cards out of, a ton. So you have a different tableau every time. And all the cards are images, so you're seeing something different. There are these lovely little sort of tokens, and at the base level of the game, we don't interact with them or worry about them, but there are different symbols on the tokens that mean different things, and as you progress up your Zen Master level, these will come into play. And we have the AI, we have our restless mind that we are doing battle with, and we're going to turn over one of these cards and it's going to tell us which thought our mind is bringing up. You'll also see a little mark here, that's when we're playing with the tokens. We're not going to do that. So it's important in this game that when you shuffle the cards, you're also changing the orientation, okay? So all the different cards pop up. I'm not going to go through the whole setup video. Like I said, the designer has a really cool setup page, and I just want to jump in and sort of show you the lovely interconnectiveness of the theme and the gameplay for this game. Because let's be honest, that's what makes or breaks a good solitaire game. Is it challenging? Sure. But am I engaged with the theme of it? I think also helps. So this is our timer deck. We're going to be turning these up. We have all of our thoughts face down, and as we try to enter our moment of Zen stillness, we have 2 thoughts that pop up. We could pick any 2 we like. Let's take these 2. All right. Once a thought pops up for the first time, we're going to add one of these little notice tokens, and we're going to add 2 little focus tokens. All right. So right now, these 2 thoughts are active. I'm not focused on it, and my mind is not focused on it. Our focus tokens are just cruising up here, and we're gonna be fighting with the mind here to control when we focus on these thoughts. We want to focus on these when we quiet them. The mind wants to focus on them when they're active, and that's the tug of war between ourself and our brain, quieting these thoughts and focusing on them. So once we flip over our 2 little cards here, we get to start and take an action. You only get 1 action a turn. This is very simple. And in this case, we get to pick which one of these 2 thoughts we would like to quiet. And I think this one is most disrupting to me. I don't know why. That image is just sort of sad. So I'm going to choose for my action to quiet that thought. All right. Now it's not out of play yet, okay, because we haven't focused on it. So the mind can still reawaken that thought. Until we get our focus token on it, all these thoughts can pop back up. Our turn. What does our devious little mind do? It says, ha ha, no, 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 no. We're not done thinking about that sad little dark place. In fact, we're going to wake it back up again, okay? First rule of the game. Whatever your mind is focusing on, you cannot. So we can't now try and flip this back over. Our mind is actively pinging this around in our brain, this sad, lonely place. So instead, let's maybe see if we can quiet this thought. So for our turn, let's take our action and quiet this thought. And our mind says, no, no. Our mind says, no, I'm not going to let you quiet that. Interesting. We are having a hard time here. We only have 2 thoughts and we are unable to quiet either of them. So another action we can take is called the breathe action. And what the breathe action does is it takes a focus token into ourselves and we say, all right, I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna try and release this breath onto a quiet thought. Now, all of these white cards, yeah, they're not active yet. Right? We haven't noticed them. So we can't breathe and release on any of these cards. The 2 cards we have active, they're not face down. So we can't breathe and release into those either. So we are stuck right now trying to get these thoughts quieted. We can't do this card because that's where our mind is thinking. So let's go back here and hope. Fabulous. Our mind has moved on somewhere else. It's wandered down here and has activated, this wonderful candy cane landscape. So let's put our tokens down saying this card is now in play. And let's put our focus down, which says we're going to battle over sort of thinking about this. This card is now face down and we are capable of focusing on it. So let's try it, okay? Let's take our action and just breathe in. And after the mind goes, if it doesn't disrupt us, we'll be able to focus on this card and take it out of play. I don't think we're going to get that lucky. The night is young, but let's find out. We did not. Okay, the mind says I'm going to look at this card. We're going to add our token, and normally we would pull a focus token from over here. But if we have a breath action held, this card waking up is going to disrupt us. We're going to lose our Zen moment, vroom, and our focus gets pulled over here. So we didn't manage to take care of that card. We lost it because a new thought popped up. That's fine, that's fine. We can deal with this. If we wanted to, we could take another breathe token and try and relieve this one. But now that we have 3 active thoughts, I think I'm just gonna try and get rid of one of these, okay? So this candy one's kind of bizarre. Let's quiet this candy one. Turn up a card. Nope, candy one comes right back. Okay. You don't want to do with that one? Fine. How about this guy up here? This pretty blue card. Let's try and do him. Okay, that worked. So we're going to wake up a new thought. These little pretty squares is now in play. That's great. So we have 1, 2 active thoughts that are currently quiet, and we could try and release them by taking a deep breath. We have 3 cards that are active with neutral focus that we can also fight over. If I try and take this breathe action, remember, if any of these cards awake, it's going to pull my focus. So I'm going to wait just a little bit more, and I'm going to fight over these active thoughts. And this Candyland, it just kind of freaks me out. So I'm going to try and resolve that one really quick. Okay, that worked. We have a new thought that pops up. Oh, more of these little squares. All right, this one's active with a focus. Now, there's only 2 more. Should we, let's try and resolve another breath, okay? So let's breathe in. Let's try this one. We're gonna breathe in for our turn. Will the mind let us get away with this? No, it doesn't. It pops up a new thought. Darn it. And we lose our concentration to it. Okay. That's not terrible. I have 4 active. That's kind of a lot. So let's just take our turn to turn one of these face down really quick, just to kind of keep the board clean. Ooh, all right. So now we hit a square that has already been awoken. It's available to be focused on. And our devious little mind is going to do that. And this focus token is going onto the board. And when that happens, time passes. So this, now we're gonna start seeing our timer go now that all these thoughts are in, okay? We can use our action to remove the focus, right? We can walk this back 1 step if we want, or we can leave it here. Anytime this card is pulled though, we're gonna lose time. But I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. And I'm gonna try another breathe action, okay? So let's try breathing in, flipping. Oh, what were the odds? The odds were so small, but this one hasn't woken up yet. We're gonna lose our focus again. Okay, man, I've got 4 active thoughts. One of them is a terrible, terrible focus for me. So let's go ahead and try and quiet this one. Oh no, okay. Ooh, the mind wins again. Active card, active focus. Our terrible brain is going to jump on this thought and we're gonna lose time. I need to clear some of these out. Do I risk it one more? Let's risk it one more. Let's risk it one more. I'm gonna bring in my focus. Please be okay. No, and it's not. So once again, This card activates, and I no longer have a focus token there. So this one gets pulled off. Man, I'm having no luck. All right. So let's see if we can get some more of these little focus tokens on the board. Let's try and walk back some of these terrible timers. So let's walk back this focus off of that card. Oh, wow. That's a bummer. Back on the card, we lose time. Okay, let's try walking back this one. Fabulous, great. So this card's already been active. It doesn't have a focus token, but we've definitely sort of seen this one before. So we're gonna turn him right side up. We're gonna pull from the pool because we didn't have a breath token on it. Oh, I have so many face up, this is terrifying. Let's try walking this one back. Okay, same thing with this one. He's already been here, so we're gonna wake him up and we're gonna pull a breath in from the pool. I have so many face up. I have so many face up. Okay, I really don't like this candy one. I'm just gonna keep trying to turn candy down. Darn it, okay. He's face up. He already has his token, so it's going to focus on this. We're gonna lose some time. This little pile here, our little AI deck, we're just gonna give it a quick shuffle, changing the order so that, you know, we get some different orientations for the game. And then we're gonna keep going. We are struggling here, guys. Okay. I think that one just went, right? So it was our turn. I think it's my turn, right? I'm gonna take my turn because I'm behind here. So let's try, we only have one left, so let's try a breath. Let's just, come on, we have to, one of these has to work. I'm gonna breathe in. Okay, this works great, okay? Because this is already active, so we're just gonna lose some time. It's our turn. We get to release our breath. So we're gonna take this card out of the game. When that happens, it does cost us time. This means every time we see one of these pictures, you go over that and set up. It means you're a third of the way through the deck. So we have 2/3 of the deck left, and we've resolved our first thought. Anytime a card pops up here, no action, which is wonderful. All right. Okay, so we finally resolved a card. We've quieted one thought. We lose some time. Okay, we have to battle back on this board. Our mind is taking over. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see if we can quiet this one. Ah, great. Our mind tries to go here, but we've already released this thought. We've dealt with this. We know what's happening here. No action. We get a free action. This is how you catch up in the game. The better you get at releasing your thoughts, the easier it becomes. I just love that. So now let's release. Let's go ahead and quiet this one. I think I'm gonna take a breathe action here soon. Darn it. This one goes face up. Ooh, should we try it? Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's breathe in. See if we get lucky. We do get lucky. So this card has a focus token, so we're not gonna lose ours. It's just gonna wake up our turn. We're gonna breathe out. There's only 2 cards we can resolve, so let's resolve this one. Time passes. All right, we're doing good. Okay, the mind focuses in, we lose some time. So, one of the ways the game ends, remember, is if all the focus tokens are on the board. 1, 2, 3, we have 5 on the board. If these 3 fill up, the game ends. So as much as I would like to sort of dither around with resolving, I think I need to get some of these focus tokens off the board. So let's take our action to do that. Ooh, that's okay. This one wakes up. We pull our focus. Let's take our action to take this off the board. Nope, we lose time. Shoot. I think I'm gonna have to quiet some thoughts. I can't breathe in because I don't have any face down cards to sort of let that breath out on. So let's see if we can't quiet some of these. Onto the board, we lose time. Oh, shoot, okay. We have to get some tokens off the board. We have to. Or should I breathe? Yeah, let's take some tokens off. Okay. All right, come on, game. Face up. Okay. Let's do this one. Ah, shoot. We lose time. All right, we gotta breathe. We only have a third of the deck left. We're more than halfway through. We've only focused on 2. We've got to resolve these. So let's get a little bit aggressive about this. I'm gonna let the tokens slide and I'm gonna focus on quieting these thoughts. Time passes. Okay, let's breathe. And hopefully one of these 2 won't pop. Breathe in. Time passes. We did it. At a great cost, though. We're going to breathe out. Time passes. Okay. I only have 4 more turns. I don't think I'm going to win this game. That's all right. That's all right. You can't always win everything. Okay? Okay. Let's... Let's quiet that, I think. Oh, finally we catch a breath. Let's quiet that. Oof, time passes. This is gonna be tight, my friend. This is gonna be tight. I'm having a hard time falling asleep tonight with this game. I just can't quite seem to catch a lucky break. All right. Was it our turn? I always lose track of whose turn it is. I think time passes, so I think it's my turn. Do I breathe and try and resolve one of these? Oh, man, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, shoot. Okay, come on, baby. Yes, okay. This one wakes up. We're gonna breathe out. Time passes. Okay, if this token falls on the board, we lose. So, fingers crossed. That one's already there. Time passes. We have to get these tokens off the board. Oh, nope, I can't do that one. I just did that one. Let's do him. Nothing happens. Back on the board, and we are out of time. So that was not a very good meditation for us. We just couldn't clear these thoughts quick enough. There's this beautiful battle between trying to get these cards face down, but at the same time having these tokens piling up on the cards that are face up. So even though you're resolving the tokens in your favor, your nemesis, your brain, is also resolving tokens in its favor. So I love the 2 fail conditions. You have the timer, which is driving you, and this battle between yourself and your brain. It's such a cool game. It's such a cool game. I find it sort of relaxing. It plays very quickly once you get the idea down. It took a while for me to sort of internalize the rules, but this is like the baby bear game. All right, my friends, there is up to, they're called stages, continuing the journey. So once you achieve Zen state, then they recommend you go up to stage 2, which is monkey mind. That's when some of these little tokens come into play. Stage 3, life is now. We're gonna add 2 more tokens into play. And stage 4 is a deep breath. Powerful but potentially risky watch your action is unlocked. So you add more actions to the game. I don't know. I play a lot of solo games, and a lot of them have sort of the same theme or feel, and so I'm always excited to find something a little different. This one plays so quickly. It sets up so quickly. It's so portable and travelable, and it's the type of game where even if you lose, you don't mind because it's just so easy to sort of partake of, I guess. Like I don't feel like, oh, I spent all this time getting ready and I died right away. This little tug of war between you and the mind and the AI works so well. Components are lovely. The touch and feel of it is just beautiful. I think it's a really unique game. I'm very proud of the designer, AJ Plank. He did a really good job, and I'm so touched and tickled that he reached out for me to show this to you. Like I said, the Kickstarter's going live, links below. He has a wonderful website where he does like amazing playthroughs as well. But I really think this is one, if you are a solo player and you're looking for sort of a different theme or feel, Nevermind the Distraction is definitely it. Small box, big punch. Check it out if you're interested. I know this is one I like to just sort of zen out and play. Maybe it will be for you too. Thank you, my friends, and more good stuff coming soon. But until then, see you next time.